Hello everybody, it is I, the Master OG, and today I just want to make a quick little tutorial teaching you how to make easy quick terrain with World Edit, such as this and that over there. That's specifically what I'm going to be teaching you. This is by request of TNT, and I've already taught RC how to make some things, and I figured since I'm new to the server and the build team, I might as well make myself useful and show you some of my knowledge that I've learned from making terrain with World Edit over the past 3 years. So without further ado, let's get into it. There's one thing you do need to know first. Always build with gravel or sand. If you don't, your brushes will leave these weird cavities, and it'll either one, mess up your terrain when you go to do /smooth or something to make it look nicer, or you'll have these cavities left over that you don't know about. So some guy's going to come along, demo your walls, and then exploit it for tourney again. Looking at you, Care Brotherhood. Just kidding. Seriously, though, you need to make sure you don't do that or else it'll mess up your entire build. So let's get into it. Just make sure you use gravel or sand. I'm going to use sand because that's what I've always used. You can use gravel, literally no difference. I find the contrast easier on my eyes. But basically, you just want to grab a couple things that you can use as brushes. And I'm going to do /brush. Brush, cylinder, sand, 5-2. That's the brush I usually use. You can use sphere. A lot of people like to use sphere for some reason. I personally don't like it, but be warned. A lot of people don't know how to use it correctly, and this happens. It just falls straight through the world because the sand replaces the bedrock, and since we have a super flat world, just falls straight through. So what you want to do if you do use a sphere, you want to do /mask air. And that'll just make it to where the sand can only replace the air, and then you shouldn't have any problems with it falling through the world or messing up anything else. As you can see, it's not replacing this grass while it is turning the grass to dirt, but, you know, it's not actually replacing the grass, so you can, like, delete it if you need to by doing /replace near 20 sand air. Boom, there you go. So what I'm going to use is this cylinder sand brush, and basically what you want to do after you have your brush is just make an outline of your mountain or your hill or whatever you have. Just make an outline of where you want it to go. It can be a little choppy. You just can't have any like gaps like this in between. It needs to be kind of full. So just make sure that you don't have like any weird little gaps like this, and just make a rough little outline of the mountain or hill or whatever you're building that you want. When you've done that, you can select your entire build like so. Just make sure it's a 1 block high selection. It can't be 2 blocks high because it'll totally freak out World Edit. Well, anything larger than 1 block, actually. It can crash the server like I did with Artsy yesterday. I totally forgot to tell her how to do things, and I accidentally crashed the server. So after you've made your 1 block high selection of your rough outline, you're going to do /stack up, or /stack, and then do however high you want it. I'm going to make this mountain 20 high, and then you do up, so you can do it however high. I usually make walls about 15 if there's like a wall border, but you can do whatever you want. So /stack 20 up is what I'm doing, and then it'll just raise the entire build up. Now you're going to want to take a smooth brush, so /brush smooth, and you can use anything sizes 1 through 7. I usually use 6 because I find it works the best. Can't type. I usually use 6, but you can use anything 4 through 7. Usually works pretty well. So what you want to do now is just go along the border and just smooth out your build like so, and then you'll have these weird little, I don't even know what to call them, this overhang, I guess. So just knock it down with your fist. It'll fall because it's sand. This is one of the reasons why you want to use sand. Although that's actually a World Edit server issue, not an actual issue with World Edit itself. Anyways, after you've done that, you're gonna have this rough outline of what you want, and you're almost there. All you have to do is select the entire build, not just the 1 high thing. Make sure you don't do that, because then you'll be all confused as to why it's not smoothing correctly. You select your entire build, do /smooth, and then it should finish off everything. You should smooth all the rough lines, and then obviously you probably don't want your wall to be sand, so you can just do /replace sand. sandstone, and that, oh, need 2 slashes there, / replace sandstone. Excuse me. And then you just do / naturalize, and then it should be pretty much done. Since we have a super flat world, this can happen sometimes, and you're going to sadly have to go in and replace that with your hand. But other than that, it should be good. Now, I personally hate this. I think there's way too much dirt here, so I usually do / replace dirt, stone, and that usually makes it look a lot nicer, although that's a little bit too much stone and not quite enough texturing. So what I usually do is / replace dirt with a mixture of 50% stone, 20% dirt, and then 30% andesite, which is 1/5. So like that usually looks pretty good to me. A lot of people like to use cobble instead, which is fine, so you can just do the mixture with 30% cobble instead. So you can do whatever you want with the wall, but that's basically it. That's the entire thing. That's how you make easy terrain with World Edit using gravel or sand brushes. Just make sure you use gravel or sand, and if all else fails, / smooth is always your friend. It's just a beautiful command, and it'll probably make whatever you've made look a lot nicer. So there you have it. I hope you found this helpful, and I guess I'll catch you guys later. Peace.